Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe and let's get started. So I've had a lot of people message me about a certain topic that I said in one of my last videos, and if you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the description below. But I figured I might as well make a video to kind of explain myself, because I know I got a lot of confusion from a lot of people. So anyway, this particular question has been, why don't I hate the kid who took advantage of me? And I've been really thinking of how to word this and like how to kind of explain myself, because it is really hard to I don't know, describe. It's not really, but for me, everything's hard. Anyway, so, let me start off by saying, he was so close to me. We were best friends. He was my cousin. He was my best friend. I told him everything. I could go on and on. So when he did this, I was not expecting it. I don't think anybody really does, but, just in that certain, place and timing and everything, I didn't I cannot speak, suspect it at all. There we go. Anyway, I don't know, it was it just caught me off guard, and, yeah, so, because he really was. He was my best friend, and I told him everything. So, flash forward, and everything happens, and I have to admit, right after, I did not like him. I was not fond of him. I wanted to key his car, which I didn't, because I'm a sane person, but, I was really mad and hurt. I was really hurt. And sometimes when something like that happens, it just kind of sets something off inside of you, and it's not rational thinking, and it's not anything like that, really. And so I was mad, but I was reading the Elizabeth Smart book. I don't know if any of you guys have read it, and if you haven't, I really suggest reading it, because it's been I read it and I loved it, and I liked it. And so basically at the end of the book, her mom says to Elizabeth, the worst punishment you can give this man is to be happy. And after what happened to me, I kind of read that I can be happy, because he took a lot away from me those nights. But if there's one thing he can't take away, it's how I react to it. Another thing my mom always said was, you can't control what others do, you can only control what you do and how you go about it. And I really took that into perspective after what happened. And let me remind you, I was only 15 years old, and I'm 18 now, so almost 18, but... and, as a 15-year-old girl, you'd think, that was just a really hard, decision, but for me, it wasn't. I simply decided in that moment that I didn't want to hate him, or hold a grudge against him, really. Not necessarily for him, but for me. Because I don't know, it was a huge weight on my shoulders and a huge burden. When I finally let that go, I was a lot happier, and I could focus more on my life and school and friends. I could focus a lot more on all the things that did matter, instead of focusing on the one thing that was holding me back. And so I don't know. I kind of I forgave him for me and not for him, because, I don't know. I think the first most important thing that you should do after this kind of thing happens is to realize your worth. Because after these kind of things happen, you kind of get into this really, deep pit of just, despair and anger and resentment. And it kind of just keeps you sinking down further and further and further. And I didn't want to go down that. And so when I finally, realized how much I was worth and how much I loved myself. And I said, I love myself enough that I should be happy. And so that's what I did. And I wrote him and his mom a message over Facebook saying, I want you to know that I forgive you and I forgive your son, and let him know that. And that's basically all I said. And let me remind you here, you do not have to go back to being best friends or even friends, acquaintances. You don't even have to go back to even associating with that person, because that's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is letting go of what happened and moving forward. I think the whole thing right now is forgive and not forget, because I'll never forget that. It's burned in my brain for the rest of my life, but I'm no longer hating him and resenting him for it. So I'm not saying, yeah, go forgive, be best friends with him or her, or no. I do not associate with him really at all unless it's like family reunions, and even then we just don't even go near each other. And so my whole advice right now, love yourself, know your worth, and know it's not going to happen over time, because it took me almost a year before I was finally in the place of my life where I could look at it maturely and decide that I was going to be the bigger person and forgive him for an apology I never got. It was kind of like that. So I don't know. That's just what I have to say to you guys, and I hope that cleared some things up. I know this isn't really a long video, just kind of like a short talk, but that's all I have to say, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Remember, I will keep a description or a link in the description below to my last video, and I hope you guys can check it out. And I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.